Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been putting this off until the very last minute today to do this video. I posted to my Instagram that I'm implementing a new budget system, so I kind of wanted to go through, I'm doing like basically a budget reset. So everything here is the same. I will be doing I will be doing my check-ins differently, so when you guys see my check-in on the 10th, it will be for the 2nd through the 8th instead of the 3rd through the 9th. So I'm just making it Sunday to Saturday instead. But also, one thing I wanted to do was walk through this with you. If you guys have been keeping up, I used to have a substantial sinking funds, and now it's at $490.43. We had some family issues, and I'm not going to discuss that. It's not my story to put on YouTube, but we had a lot of stuff go on within our family, and so it kind of dwindled down a lot of my sinking funds accounts, so I just kind of moved stuff around based on based on how much was in the account, the total account, and then where I needed the money first. I knew that I would need the $100 at least in my auto insurance to cover the month or to cover what I need to put into it. I needed $50 in my car maintenance because I'm getting my windshield replaced right now, actually. It's in the shop. And that's the deductible for it. Car tags, I just left the $24 in, and then that way I don't have to worry about it. Declan's activities got $60 because I will be registering him for T-ball in a couple weeks. And then my medical's at $53.48, and that will cover my birth control twice. So it'll cover it for June and then July. And then that way, the ones that I have money in, I won't have to put money in for June. And then Planner Life, I said that there's $100 in there because I knew I was buying a new deluxe monthly planner. And I actually got two because I got a different one for school. My school one kind of got messed up, so I did order a second one for that. Okay, so I had to stop my video. I got a call from the place that's doing my windshield, and it's done now. So, but I did order two new deluxe monthlies. I got a different one for my budget, and part of that is because I have already laid out my July kits, or my July kit. I am doing a review video on the July kit for another shop, and so I am going to be using that one for July instead of Caffeinated Cait. And who knows, I might end up using both. I don't really know how that's going to go yet. And then Vision, I put 100 in there because I need to order new contacts. I'm on my last pair. And then, so my emergency fund is sitting at $2.80, which is not where I would like it. And I did think about just having this whole amount in my emergency fund, but I did need the other categories to have something in there. So that's kind of how, I'm resetting the budget. I've got these filled out already: Planner Life, car maintenance, medical, and the maintenance for my windshield should only be $50, and I'll put that in there after I get home from picking it up. And then medical, I have to renew my prescription for that, but that's kind of where I'm at. And like I said, I just kind of had a lot going on. And in our family, we had a lot going on. But I did have, one of my subscribers asked about, my end goals for my budget. So let's go to this page. And this is, my modified baby steps. And so back in February, I completed my step 1, which was $1,000 in emergency fund, and pay off 2 of my debt accounts. And so both of those were completed, but now I need to, I put 1A, $1,000 in emergency fund, just because now it's not up there. And so, like, my goal is to, I want my $1,000, well, I want far more than $1,000 in my emergency fund, but I want it to start with, because if you notice, step 3 is add another 1,000, so maybe just 2,000, I don't know. I have, like, my emergency fund, and then I have my expense savings fund, and then I have a moving savings fund, instead of just an emergency fund. But, like, I want a year's worth of my expenses saved, and I want a substantial emergency fund. I want to be able to, when I'm ready, I'm working on my bachelor's degree in accounting, and when I am far enough in my degree to be able to qualify for a job in accounting, I want to be able to move to that job. Whichever job I get, wherever it is, I want to be able to move there, because where I live now, there's no intern jobs, there's no entry-level jobs for accounting. Every accounting job in my city requires a bachelor's degree and so many years of experience. So I have already started a job search for that, and I'm not far enough along in my degree for that. But basically, my main goal right now is pay off all my debt, save for my car. Like, I'd love to have my car paid off, but that's not in my short-term goals, I guess, which might not make sense to everybody. But, I want, let's see, where's my debt page? Okay, there's still kind of a lot of information on this page, but I've got, these are paid off. This one got a little hinky. This one's not on my credit report anymore, so this is, like, the only one that I have left to pay off besides my student loans. But I want my student loans paid off before I start my bachelor's. Or master's. Before I start my master's program, I want all of my student loans currently paid off before I have to accrue more. And I know that I will. I'm not, like, saving for college would be great. I plan to save for Declan's college fund. But I'm okay taking student loans out for myself, which I know it doesn't follow Dave Ramsey. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But I guess, like, my main goal is to have enough in my emergency fund that I'm comfortable, because I know that when I was a child, between me and my brother, we broke a lot of our bones. And I know that based on how Declan behaves, we're probably at least getting stitches by the end of this summer, if not a cast on his arm. Like, I'm preparing for it mentally, sort of. But, like, I want enough that I'm comfortable that I can take him to the doctor and have this cast or the stitches or the emergency room and not have to worry about it. And then, but I also want enough in my expense savings to be comfortable should anything happen, and then I want enough in my moving savings that I can get offered a job on the other side of the country and be able to move without having to be like, oh, well, I can't move for 6 months. So, like, I just want my financial life to be comfortable. Where, like, right now it's kind of there, but it's not. Like, if I was offered a job anywhere outside of my city, I would have to ask for moving expenses paid. And most jobs aren't going to do that for an entry-level position. So, and I don't want to have to ask. I just want to be able to pick up and move wherever I need to move. And I want to be able to take my son to the doctor. And I don't have any serious, I mean, they're serious to me, but like my goals are not to, like, my short-term goals, not buy a house. My short-term goal is not to have my car paid off. Like, I'm fine having a car payment as long as, like, I can make my car payment and still take my son to the ER. And I'm just using that as an example because he's already accident prone. I've already taken him to the doctor a couple times this summer, and it's only June 7th. So, I mean, I'm just kind of expecting one of those big ER broken bones or stitches visits. And I want to be able to make sure that I can pay my insurance co-pays for him and pay the bills that we're going to get in and not have to worry about it. Like, those are my main goals right now. And so there's not a whole lot else that I feel I need to do. So, like, right now, yep, my emergency fund is sitting at $2.80. And I'm hoping I'll be able to build it back up no matter what. But anyway, so that's kind of like my budget reset. I've also started doing, I posted this to Instagram. I also started doing cash. I've got four clips. I've got, I don't know how well you can see that, dining, allowance, emergency, and household. And this is not like my emergency fund. This is like, it doesn't really fall into these three categories. Like the other day I went out and bought, what did I get? Well, I bought a headset for my phone, which wasn't an emergency, but, and I actually didn't I charged that to my card. But like stuff like that where it's not household and it's not, it's just like, I buy out the gold dollars that we get at work a lot because I don't spend those. I've got like 240 of them in my personal like safe lockbox thing because I don't spend them, but I buy them out, and that's kind of like a separate savings account for me. But anyway, so since I've rambled on for about 11 minutes or so, I'm going to end this here. If you guys have any questions about like how I budget or like why, let me know. Like, ask detailed questions and I'll try to get more detailed for you guys. But yeah, just let me know and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.